Hey y'all, I can't really see the comments very well, and I hope this isn't too blurry. I'm just feeling like dotting a little bit. Hey Ann and Pam. Hey Rhonda. I think I'm gonna do maybe a rainbow rock. Hey, from Rhode Island. Hey, Tammy. I have no idea if this looks blurry to y'all. I really hope it doesn't. This stone is kind of rough. It's got lots of pits in it. And I've just put off painting it because it's so rough. So, oh, you're dotting Father's Day rocks. That's cool. But, so I just need to do something with this rock. So, I'm using nail dotting tools. I'm going to use what am I going to use? I don't know. We'll see. Right now, y'all know when I start dotting, I don't really know where it's going. I just kind of start. That's not going to work. I think. Boy, that's like a little micro dot between those. Hey, I can't see too many of the comments, but it's good to see y'all on here. If you want to share it to a page, you can. In fact, maybe I'll can y'all let me know if this looks blurry? Does it look blurry to y'all? Hey, Shelly. Hey, Kathy. If this doesn't look blurry to y'all, I might share if I can. I don't know if I can now or not. I don't know. If y'all want to share it to a rock group, you can. Orange. Orange is next. Y'all still do the remember in science class, I think it was science class, the acronym Roy G. Biv, and that was your rainbow. Oh my gosh. Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, and violet. Okay, what am I going to do here? It's going to be a pretty big rainbow. So, let's see. I might even do one more row of red. I always seem to not really get enough red when I do a rainbow. So I think I'm going to do one more row of red. Hey, Sarah. One of these days I'm going to figure out what kind of music I can put in the background of this where they won't take it off of Facebook. It's probably blurry every time I get near the camera. Sorry, y'all. Sorry. Let's see. think I'll put a little line up between there. That one's kind of cockeyed, huh? Uh-oh. Well, some of these lines don't look too straight. Well, it is almost, well, it's 11 o'clock. It's really kind of past my bedtime. But I was on a Zoom call for Plexus and just kind of pumped up, feeling good, so need to paint. Okay. Well, I think I'm gonna go for, let me see what this does. Okay. Gonna use the old popsicle stick. I don't know if that's all I have to do. It's type that I don't own the rights to the music. I guess I need to do that and try. Making me some ovals here. Ovals. Well, that worked pretty good. That was one of the little pretty big divot right there where the rock. See, I think what it is when Ron makes these are the rocks that Ron makes out of cement from the silicone molds. And I think when he makes them, or he had some batches that just, he didn't get all of the bubbles out really good when they were setting up. He'll put them in the mold and then he'll tap it like with a ruler to get the bubbles out. And I don't think he did that very well with this batch that he had done. And so he did this batch and they've just been kind of sitting because I hadn't messed with them. But time to make them pretty. You know, normally they come out like this. I painted the back, but see how smooth that one is. This one's like, whew, really smooth. The smoother the better when you're dotting. Okay, I think I'm gonna go up. I think I'm gonna put one dot in the middle of all of these. I have no clue what this is going to turn out like, y'all. When I start painting, I just start painting. I never know what it's going to turn out like. But I just wanted to do something. Okay, so now I think I'm going to do some petals around that in yellow, red, orange, yellow. Okay. So, you know, I know that a lot of y'all have heard that when I paint and I don't use a stencil or anything, I just try to keep that imaginary line going across it. And so that really does help. So normally when I go live and I tell everybody, hey, I'm going live at such and such a time, I'll take my husband's phone and set it in front of me so I can read comments. But I don't have that right now. So I'm sorry if you're making comments and I can't see them. Okay. This is just going to be a kind of little quick stone. I think I'm just going to put one on each side. And then I'll go to the smaller tip. This was a design I came up with the other day where I put the petals around those two, those ones like that, which is kind of cool. So that's why I'm doing it again. But I should be getting my beauty sleep, but I just needed to paint for a few minutes. Just had to go paint. These rocks, they're really cool. The ones that he's making for me out of the molds. I really enjoy dotting on them because they're so smooth. And just walk the dots. This is a very relaxing thing to do, which is why I usually come in here right before bedtime and dot. It's just I don't normally go live this late at night, but I just decided to do it tonight. Feel free to share this with your friends if you want to. I know that I have a lot of rock painters, friends, and they like sharing to groups and stuff like that. And as long as you're allowed to, go ahead. I don't mind. Maybe we'll get us some new rock painters. We gotta get some of these rocks back out there for the kids to find anyway. Now that we're able, I think y'all are able to go to parks again. I think they did reopen the parks. I usually hide mine on lampposts anyway. It's usually not the park, but... Okay, it says I want just a little bit more yellow. I'm gonna go for... what am I going to go for? I think I'm just going to go for one more big dot. This is Americana paint. Americana. And this paint is... a lot of yellows are translucent, like you put them on and you can practically see through them, but This Americana paint, I really like the consistency of this paint. All right. See, I see it sinking down a couple little places, so I'm just gonna add a little bit more to that. And it'd probably top dot okay anyway. And if I see one that's got like a bubble, I'll pop the bubble. But all in all, they're okay. Now this green, this is just my favorite green. This is a folk art multi-surface lime green. And it's a multi-surface, but there's something about this paint. It's pretty thick, but I just like the way that it leaves a little bit of a raised area on it when it dries. And so that's kind of cool. Oh, thanks. Yeah, look at that. It looks like a butterfly. I should paint a butterfly one day. Okay, what am I gonna do here? Here's our green to our rainbow. And I'm gonna go ahead and do that last one right there. Put some pretty green. This is, I'm using a push-on pencil eraser. See how that stands up like that? Looks like a leaf. I like it. I do that on the little minis that I make. I use the, I don't want to get too much paint on there, but I use this to look like leaves on those little minis. It's not too blurry, is it? I hope it's not blurring out because I've got it so close. I just like to keep the camera close so that y'all can see it. That's why I just like to kind of, if I put it up further up, it probably wouldn't go blurry every time I go near it, but then you wouldn't be able to see it as good. You see how I hold my hand and I steady one hand on the other like that? Whoops, almost forgot one. Good, I'm glad it's not blurry. All right. Now, I think I'm gonna do some little ones because I'm trying to stick with this row of green. So I think I'll do a little set in between. Okay. You wipe it off. It can get gets a lot of paint on in there, and then it doesn't look the same. I'll hum for y'all. Might have to resin this one. That might take some of that bumpiness out of it. I don't know. That would look better than the other one. These would look bigger. I'm going to get back to smaller little ones. Thank you. Y'all are saying it looks nice. Thanks. Ugh. Every now and then when I'm sitting here and I've got this light staring this straight at me, right? I'll get some type of moth or bug or something flying around that light at night. Mosquito. No, I don't think they're really out at night, but bug. Get a bug. Okay. Okay. What blue? This blue is just called Bright Blue by Americana. I'd really like at the end to have enough room to put a dot where I could go around it with all the colors, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. Looks like it's something. I'm messing it up. Where's my water bottle? Pointy Q-tips to the rescue. Those look like there was a piece of lint or something on that. Let me just dot it again. I still see it though. Maybe it's not. Okay. I don't think we'll notice it. Oh, see, I see a little bug. It's coming to the light. Okay, there we go. Now, what to do next? Okay, we're gonna go for some blue here. Whew. Y'all see this little bug? He's driving me crazy. Go away, bug. You're gonna get on my painting. We've already had lint on it. We don't need a bug on it. No, I don't know. I'm not really, I'm kind of just eyeballing this. I don't know how even that's going to be going around there, to be honest. I don't know. I'm just kind of doing it in a hurry. And this will go, I think this one's going to be a little bit faster because I'm not talking quite as much as I normally do. Okay. What do I want to do here? Blue. I think I will add a little splash of white to it. Now, I just kind of stir it up because the white's been sitting here for a few minutes. And under this light that I use, they start to get like a skim over them. And I don't want to make this too, I don't know if I want to do that or not. Yeah, I do. I'm just, don't really know what I'm doing here, y'all. I just want to put a little something to brighten it up. Well, I don't want to get outside the camera. Okay. Okay. I still saw a little bit of green there. Okay. Now what? Purple. Now I know that the rainbow is supposed to be like indigo, but I kind of end up with a blue and then a purple. This is a light purple, and then I usually use a darker purple. And I think we may, I don't think I'm going to do the petals. I think I'm just going to kind of keep this simple tonight. So I'll do some more of these with the screwdriver. Screwdriver. I do use screwdrivers, though, to dot with. I think I'm just going to go use this. It must be something on the stone. And they don't look all the same, but that's okay. I'm not worried about them looking identical. If everything looked perfect and identical, it would look factory made. It is amazing with all these, especially with the ovals, how many things around the house you can find that will make cool shapes. This paint is kind of thick, like weird thick, lumpy thick. I really need to go get some new paints. I just love different paints, and so I have a lot of paints. But the problem with having a whole lot of paints is that when you've opened them and you don't use them, and then they start to dry out, you know. So, and then they get that lumpiness in them. I could be like that app called Calm. Like I feel like I should read you a bedtime story or something. Because it's late. Well, no, I'm in Virginia, so it's late here. I don't know, like, it's not late in California, I guess. Anne, are you still on here? What time is it? Okay. $9:45 in Boise. All right. Well, it's getting late. It's getting late. Okay, I'm looking at it for a minute. What am I gonna do? Trying to see how much space there is between all these and see. They look pretty spaced out. This one is pretty close together, so just trying to figure out what I can do that makes it look the same all the way around. So, yeah, Donna, we're in the same time zone. It's late. Hey, Gail. Okay, let's see. What am I going to do? What am I going to do? Okay, y'all. I'm gonna do some dragging, and I'm not that good at this. I think I'm getting better as time goes on with these drag dots, but I'm by no means an expert. But I'm gonna do a little bit of it. Practice makes perfect, right? So, a friend of mine that taught me how to do this says when you drag these dots, you have to go slow. And the slower, the better. I don't know how good y'all can see that, but she said when you think you can't go any slower, go slower. Because basically the paint has to have time to come off of the tool. I don't think I need that up that high. And then what I'm going to do is I'll just fan it out with a few other colors of the rainbow. I've been seeing a lot of rainbows posted online with all these storms we've been having. These old summertime thunderstorms, some of them have been pretty bad. We haven't had too many bad ones around here. But I've seen other people, like I think in Pennsylvania, they had that derecho go through. A couple of my friends had really bad, like trees down and stuff like that. Oh, Kale, you're in awe. You're so sweet. Okay. Now we're going to go back with some orange. Now here's where it kind of gets tricky. that was a little messed up. Supposed to be feathers anyway. They're not all perfect. It might bug me to the point that I have to move it though. Let's see. Is it going to bug me that much? Nope. It's not. I feel like this tip is getting loose. I really think it is. I feel it moving when I first put it down. And that's my smallest one, so I use it a lot. Sometimes at the end, where all those come together, I'll put another white dot. Because I don't always like all the lines showing where they're not all even and stuff at the end. Okay, that's orange. Let's see if we can get some yellow on there. Okay, I'll hold it up a little bit. Yeah, in no way, shape, or form am I an expert on this dragging these dots. But I'm doing the best I can. And I'm learning along the way. Hey, thanks y'all. I see some of y'all have just joined. I'm just painting. Just doing a quick rock. I think there's probably a better way I could do this, but I don't know. Probably turn it around or something. I don't know. But you know, it's one of those things where you can look at it and because you're painting it and you can see every little flaw in it. But by the time it all comes together and you put the sealer on it, they just turn out really pretty. And it's like, you shouldn't worry about all those little mistakes that you think are mistakes. I think it just brings out the individuality of all the rocks. So, what did Bob Ross used to say? They're happy accidents. And if I don't do these drag dots and stuff, I'll never get better at it. So I have to do it, even though it's not the most comfortable thing that I'm doing. And I'm on here showing everybody how much I suck at it. That's okay, I'm just playing, y'all. Because they are not very good lines. I have trouble with that one on that side. Okay, let's see. Now, this green is so thick. I'm not going to be able to drag that like that. So I'll tell you what I'm going to do. There is a paint. Let me get it. It's called, it's an expensive paint. It's called Golden Fluid, this one. Titanium white. And when I want to thin it out, and people use different mediums to thin paint out, but I don't. I have Floetrol and all that stuff, but I don't use it. This is really, really loose paint, so I just put a little bit in here, and it's been really good about not changing the color too awful much. Oh, thanks. Y'all are sweet. Okay. Let's see what I can do here. Yeah, it is. Oh, look, I stopped. I was like, is green next? I'm like, yeah, green's next. And they're just going to get smaller as we go. That's going to be really close to that purple. Yeah, some of these are just really close. I don't think I'm going to have room for a blue. Maybe the blue is what I'll put at the end of it. That's a thought. Yeah, I think blue will be what I tie this all together with at the end. That one's got to be thin. Really thin. Just a hint of color. And the top dotting, I gotta do that again. The top dotting will have to be tomorrow night. Because I just can't be up much longer, and I didn't want to make this a super long video. Y'all know these videos can go a couple hours. Okay, so what I like to do at these points right here is, boy, the paint's drying out. This light dries it out. Okay. I just put a dot at the end. See, like that? And that way, you don't see how it all even came together. Isn't that cool? Look at that. That's so cool. See how even when they don't look all perfect, you can just make it come together and look right. And, you know, they're off a little bit from the white dot. They're not all the same, but that's okay. My Ebenezer. I think most of y'all have seen the poem or heard the poem that I wrote to go with the stones. My Ebenezer. Look at that. So it needs top dotting. Let me show you a little bit. You know it's hard for me to just stop, so let me show you. My favorite paint of all is Martha Stewart, Mother of Pearl. And so this paint, I can top dot that center. Sorry. Okay. And top dot these ones all going around here. So we're going to get a little bit of top dotting in because I just can't stand it, y'all. You know what? I like to finish the stone. Now, what I like to do with the seeds, and everybody, the seeds, I call them seeds. Oops, that's off a little bit. I call them seeds, the ovals, the ones that are oval. I've got into the habit of dotting the top of the oval. And so that's just kind of what I've always stuck with. Let's see. I have a red. And I also have some color shift paints. But they don't, I don't know, those paints don't always come out exactly like I want them to. This is just a multi-surface pearl metallic paint. You gotta be careful with the metallic paints because they can be stringy. And if you're not patient with it, you'll have a string going all the way across your stone. So you just have to give it time to said, "Are you not really putting the tool on the stone anyway? You're just kind of letting the paint drip off of it." This will bring this red out and make it look brighter. This top dotting is also what gives the stone more texture. I like it when I'm holding the stone and I can feel like the bumps of the paint. And so this really helps bring it out. Let's see what I have for orange. I think I have an orange. I do. This is actually a Martha Stewart pearl. Oh, I lost it there for a second. And so I'm gonna do a little top dotting on that. Now, I think for these petals, I might just do the top, a dot. Just to add a little bit of pearl to it, and then I'll do the little dot below. The internet has been acting a little funny tonight anyway. But I have pretty good service out here now, and I didn't for a long time. And that's why I wasn't going live as much, because my lives weren't turning out right. To have started with such a bumpy stone, it really turned out okay, I think. Yeah, I can tell that this end of this tool is loose. I have another one. I'll have to switch it out. Look, and I said I wasn't going to do a long video and I was going to top dot tomorrow. It doesn't look like that, does it? Looks like I'm just going to finish it. My main thing is if I start a stone and I stop a stone, it's hard for me to get, and then I have to start all over. Okay, I have a yellow, but it's a bright yellow. I'm gonna do it anyway. I'm doing it anyway. Okay. It seems thicker than some of that other paint. I'm not gonna do the ones going around it, I don't think. I think top dotting is what makes the stone kind of pop, and the color pop. Okay, now. Okay. I don't know if I like that or not. I sure wish it was a darker. Let me find something else. I need a different tool. There we go. Just needed to be a bigger circle, a bigger dot. If you can't stay on for the whole live, you know I always save them, so you'll be able to come back and see it if you can't stay on. I think I'm about done right now anyway. I'm getting tired. And that stuff, I don't know what I'll do with the green. I don't know that I'll even top dot the green. I love that color. And I think that's about it for tonight. I hope y'all enjoyed watching. And, you know, I'll come back. I might even come back on here tomorrow night and finish it up. But good night. I hope y'all have a good night.